to make sure to be here for our figurine giveaway. Come to the game and get a figurine of your favorite mascot, the Magic Dragon. And coming up, it's Logan.
So, Greg, here we are, just about a week into the NBA season. The regular season comes in. He's checked in for Anthony Black. So, for Chicago right now, at the guards, it's Giddey at the 1 with White at the 2. Isaac Okoro out there with Buzelis. And it's Vucevic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Williams, yep, it counts. And front and center on the latest issue of Time Magazine. Who other than MP?
And he's been making headlines, turning pages and turning heads. The story just about writes itself.
The drive by Vucevic. Count it.
Boy, his mobility is really surprising for a 7-footer when you look at Vucevic. He really takes his throwing to the basket when he gets a lane. I tell you what, MP's game makes you excited about the future of this league.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Bulls trail by 9, and we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks. Well, it took a while this summer, but the Bulls were finally able to get an extension done with their bright young point guard, Josh Giddey. In a buyer's market, they could afford to bargain for a team-friendly deal, and after some overreaches in the past, their disciplined approach stands out.
A good strategy. Thank you, Shams. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. The Bulls are going younger. Coach Billy Donovan said, we don't want to be just stuck in the middle. There's no question about that, but it's always about the integrity of competition. The building out part is identifying guys that are going to help us move forward. Back to you, Kevin.
Taking the long view. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. The drive by MP. That shot, no good. Here's Okoro. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Giddey surveying the D. The wide open look here for Vucevic. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Vucevic has got 6. There's Williams. Lays it up off the glass.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
MP outside. And finished off by Williams.
This young kid's got some ups. MP throwing it down.
The Orlando Magic coming to this one after the win against the Hawks.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
Magic leading by 8. You know, one thing about MP, he is used to pressure situations. Not long ago, he was leading his team to a European title with a win over a very stacked Istanbul team.
To get experience like that, playing in a championship against other professionals, that's something that few rookies get to enter the league with. MP is very prepared for the pressure that will come at him in the NBA because of it.
White drives in, and it's Vucevic in the corner. Here's Giddey, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Look at the fast break point total from these guys. I mean, they're really hustling. working hard. And those hustle points are showing up on the scoreboard.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Trey Jones out there with Dosunmu. Then it's Jalen Smith. Then it's Kevin Huerter. And it's Asenge in at the power forward.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Wide open. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And MP throws it down hard.
Look at MP suddenly catching the defense with their guard down and making them pay.
Jones with it. Jones covering. And the dunk by Smith.
What he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for with his bounce.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's ready to talk things through with them. Anthony Black's checked in for Orlando. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. MP against Smith. Pass to Howard. Back to Williams. It's taken away by Smith. Giddey finds Jones. Here's Smith. And Smith with the stop.
Smith finishing with power. I like that dunk right there.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You've got to trust in the system.
And of course, the Magic with 2 good wings in Banchero and Wagner.
Yeah, they certainly have 2 of the better young wings in the league. Both forwards are outstanding at both ends of the floor. You know, it'd be kind of like a college football team with 2 gigantic tight ends. I mean, they're a physical duo, and that makes them formidable in every way.
Magic leading by 5. Wagner on the wing. Down low. Inside. MP gets it.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
For the Magic, Paolo Banchero's checked in for Wagner. And it's Franz Wagner in for Bain. The Bulls also changing it up. Vucevic comes in for Jalen Smith. And it's White in for Jones. And the dunk by MP.
Boy, MP is just filleting this defense. I mean, they've got no answers for him right now.
Outside, White. In the corner, Okoro with it. He's to Giddey. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Vucevic. To the paint. Here's Williams. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. MP's got 22.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Earlier in his career, Vucevic didn't take any threes. Now they've become one of his staples in terms of his offensive game. A moment to check out Franz Wagner here. Great showing for him last season. Last season, put up about 24 points per, 5 rebounds and 4 assists. And he's such a big part of what they do offensively.
Yeah, he's just got that nice feel, that sixth sense, knowing where to be on the floor to help his teammates generate points.
And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with that. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's Chicago as they wrap up the second quarter with a massive 16-6 run. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Hi, folks. It's shaping up to be a good second half as we've seen the Orlando Magic trying to take control of this game.
You know what? They pushed the action, but also played within themselves. Showed great execution.
And you know, that usually leads. And changing it up. My favorite. That is more than enough.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty... Making a change here. Williams is checked in. Trey Jones is checked in for the Bulls. Off the inbound. And Williams lays it in. 26 points for Williams.
This is the thing about MP. He has the poise to take high percentage shots.
We've got Desmond Bain. Wendell Carter is up there with Banchero. Then it's MP. And it's Wagner in at the 2. That's who's out there for Orlando. Vucevic with the bucket.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch to match. And what a strong finish from Banchero. His guys love when he throws it down.
Here's MP. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Chicago has gone 2 of 5 with a 3-point shot since coming out of the break.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And it's all evened up. And that's now 30 points for Williams.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
To the right side. Buzelis offline with his 3. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Into the Bulls, shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Jones kicks to Okoro. 5 to shoot to the inside. There's Vucevic. Williams with the block. Got it up. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Smith is out there with Patrick Williams. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then there's Dosunmu, and it's Herter in at the small forward spot. The Magic shooting so well, 63%, the offense working as one cohesive unit. The shot by Williams, no good. And Chicago shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Here's Dosunmu. Black grabs the board. And Smith with the stuff.
Right there, Smith operating as an opportunist saves that possession.
Orlando trailing here. Oh, that's a monster jam by MP.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Here's Herter. And they get it back. Dosunmu's shot is off.
I thought he had that one. I think he did, too.
To take the lead. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Josh Giddey.
Boy, that's old school good by MP right there. He's been watching film of a lot of greats to make that move.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Carter, he's checked in for the Magic. Chicago also making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Patrick Williams. And Trey Jones subbed in for Kevin Huerter. And Greg, while they need more star talent, the Bulls have had only one top 5 pick in the last 17 seasons.
Yeah, it's like being on the treadmill of mediocrity, right? When that's the case, you've got to outperform your draft position. They've had some good picks in that time, but really no all-stars.
He's come out here in the second half and done a nice job moving, getting good looks, and finding his range.
Inside, deflects the pass. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Jones, no one around him. And the 3 misses. MP. Smith there for the rebound. And it's Jones with the ball for Chicago. Smith with a screen on Banchero. Williams with the rebound.
Dismissed the defender right there, but couldn't take advantage.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. No good on the layup. Giddey fires. No good there. The Magic have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Right to the rim, MP caps off the break.
Big moment, MP showing some savvy. What a bright future this young man has.
Jamal Mosley has called timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Williams with the ball, and it's Buzelis picking him up. Williams double team. Williams tried for the putback, but can't get it to go. Chicago's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Vucevic got the 8-footer.
And Vucevic is really good about playing nerveless basketball. In other words, he's not going to let anything bother him. He's under control, he's calm, he's composed, and he's confident. And that lets him deliver when it matters most.
Here's Vucevic. Got it to go off the glass.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Here's Black. Wagner fires, and he misses the J.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Vucevic, big-time jam. He was ready to receive and deliver.
And, you know, you develop a level of trust with your teammates when you show the kind of concentration that Vucevic shows in these situations. He's the total package.
Complete confidence in the clutch. MP seizing the moment.
And here is Giddey. White setting the pick for Giddey. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We've got... Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Wagner is in the front court alongside Banchero. Anthony Black is out there with Desmond Bane. And it's Williams at the center, filling out the middle.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Now Giddey puts up the 3. Williams with the rebound. MP finds a gap.
MP knew exactly where he wanted to go and what he wanted to do with that one.
Bulls trail by 4. Now Vucevic. And stolen by Wagner. All right, here's Williams. MP pushes it home.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. On the wing, Giddey. Covered by MP. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. The defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Just 4 to shoot. For 3. Knocks down the 3.
And when it comes to the three-point shooting of Buzelis, we know he has the ability, but we need to see consistency.
MP. White pulls it down. Bulls trail by 3. Now Vucevic. Bain rips down the rebound. Now Williams. That one misses. Buzelis with the ball. Now defended by MP. Launches it. Not that time. It won't go. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Off the glass.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let-up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shot, that lead's going to expand.
Giddey against MP. Wide a screen on MP. Vucevic. And Carroll vacuums it in. And that's an intentional foul.
Vucevic. Third personal foul. First team foul.
And they double up MP. And stolen by Giddey.
Active hands prevented an easy bucket that time.
6-second difference between shot and game call. White, here's Giddey from outside, and there's the 3.
And I love going to Giddey there at 6'8" with his skill. Josh can get that one off anytime he wants. Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
Two-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots.
Chicago calls timeout. There's 18 seconds left in the first overtime. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
The 3 is on. Oh, what a finish.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down, hard, and simple.
So the Magic win it. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came out in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
As we send you over to Jennifer Quintana from the sideline.
An incredible display of shot making and clutch play, MP, as you reach the half-century mark in a win. You look like you are not going to be denied. Was there any extra motivation for you in this one?
No, not when the game first started. I was just trying to let the game come to me. But the more I let the game come, the better I felt. It was like the game made itself at home in my living room.
What does that mean exactly?
It means I was perfectly at home, perfectly at ease, Jennifer Quintana. I knew where everyone was going to be at every moment in the game, like walking around my home at night with the lights off. Other people might get tripped up, but not me, not with this team. I was in total control.
It showed. Thanks, MT.
You're welcome.
Kevin, over to you.
Great work as always, Jennifer. Thanks. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
normal. But I seen it where her man played the chorus. Wait a minute, UIP, unimportant person. My jeans back with zebra stripes, tigers and some horses. Barber, they say I'm adorable. Paid him for like Harlem, dry business while we serve. Said a week, he won't make it. Keep going, on some was popping kernels. Girl, you online, say she wanna fluffy puddle. Yeah, I got her, no Amazon, search a slug machine. She got on both tape of person, feet look like bamboo leaf. You know I'm a can't call me your majesty. She say I'm the man in her dream. I'm her fantasy. You know he ain't fine nothing. Boy, stop asking. He might catch little bro ballin'. He price max me. Thought she was gonna be my Valentine. Better look next year. Watch me in this big blue. Watch me. Only good. They cook. Watch me till. Watch you drop the phone. Pull my dick up. Oh, they close. Goodness, he took my swag with good work. I gotta keep that boy my only good look.